Good morning, friends. Welcome to yet another day of our Bhagavad Gita year-long sadhana. Kudos to you for showing up, whether live or by video. What is that? Oh, a deer. Cool. Maybe I'll have friends today. I tried to angle the camera so you could see all the lovely snow. I'm really looking forward to it. And this brings me to today's topic, which builds off the last couple days, which is basically the power of your mind. So Vera asked, how am I staying warm in the cold? I'm going to relate that to a story for you, Deb, a birthday story for you. Okay. This story has many versions. What many people don't realize is that the Mahabharata and even the Gita itself have multiple versions depending upon which part of India they're associated with. Now, this particular story, I've heard that the person who sets the task is Dronacharya or Krishna or Vedavyas. So if you've heard any of those or somebody else, it's still the right story. In the Gita, as you may or may not remember, the forces of evil, shall we say, are led by Duryodhana. The forces of negativity and destruction are led by Duryodhana, who is known for his negativity. The forces of good, shall we say, of light, are led by Yudhishthira, who is known for his optimism and upbeat personality. Before these two met on the battlefield, when they were young princes, one of their elders gave them a task. Some stories say it's because Duryodhana, the bad guy, said, how come people don't like me and like Yudhishthira so much? I don't get it. So the person who was asked this said, okay, here's a task for both of you. Duryodhana, I want you to go out into the world and find a good man and bring him back to me. And Yudhishthira, I want you to go out into the world and find a bad man and bring him back to me. So the two cousins left. And after several days, they returned. And Duryodhana said, I looked everywhere in this kingdom, and all I could find were rogues, liars, cheats, and thieves. I could not find a single good man. And Yudhishthira also had nobody beside him. And he said, I wandered the kingdom for days, and I could find nobody who I would consider bad. And the person who set the task said to the cousin, see, this Duryodhana is why people react more negatively toward you and why they react more positively to Yudhishthira. So it really has a lot to do with our mindset as to how we see the world. Now, today, many people might see cold and a good reason to stay inside. But I'm finding the places of warmth out there, like the warming excitement of watching a deer bound through, or there's actually warmth under the snow, and there's warmth in the core of me, which leads me to two practical tips for, well, one practical and one esoteric tips for staying warm if you go out in the blast that's supposed to be enveloping North America again. Okay. So one is there's a belief amongst certain sadhus or practitioners that live in the Himalayas that if you coat your body with ash, that seals the pores and keeps the heat in, and they can go around naked even in the winter. I don't have access to a steady supply of ash, but I do have access to coconut oil, and I've been putting that on my hands, my face, and my toes. And I do believe that keeps me warmer. And you know what? Since I believe it, I think it does. And second, more esoteric, there's a yantra or a geometrical archetypal shape for fire, and that's an inverted triangle that's visualized as having red inside, and also bhupra, little T's, one on each side, so three of them that are said to block and contain the energy, keeping it from destroying everything. And before I come out in the cold days, I find the warmth in myself, that yantra, I place it in my abdomen, and then I see it expanding to encompass my whole body with its bhupara, so that I am in the center of fire. And I think of that when I'm outside too. So I'm looking for the warmth in the cold. I guarantee you, if you look for the cold in the cold, you'll find it. If you look for the warmth in the cold, you might find that too. When we do the meditation today, I encourage you to think about what you want to find in the world. All right, what do you want to find in the world today? I'm going to go find some fun in the snow. Shall we? I'll try to remember to knock in between rounds. Sometimes I get excited and forget. Ooh, I don't know if you can see how much snow there is. There's a lot. Whee! It's about time for meditation. I'm getting my timer set. 5 minutes. What do you want to see in the world? Hot. and coming back. Woo! It's about 8 inches or so of snow. It's fun to balance in because once you get the snow shifts under your feet, but then once you get settled, um, the snow can actually hold you up when it's this deep. It was fabulous. I hope you had a fabulous time. Remember what you want to see in the world today. And the dedication is to Niecy Nash-Betts, who I've admired for years. And I think she gave one of the greatest acceptance speeches at all at the Emmys. If you didn't catch it, one of the things she said was, "Thank you to everyone who believed in me." And you know who else I'd like to thank? I'd like to thank me for believing in me when nobody else did. And I'm thinking of that especially because there were some neighbors out, and I wonder what they're thinking of me. I bet they don't believe I can do this, but you know something? I can. And I believe you can do it too. So believe in yourself as much as I believe in you and see what happens. Hope I get to see you tomorrow. Until then, it's warm.